Hello guys, welcome back to the fifth video of Chrome extension tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to implement the weather dynamically based on the location, and also we are going to implement the codes that I have taken from a open GitHub, not GitHub, open API. Okay, so let me show you the API first. So here we have these codes. It's like api.quotable.io.random. So when I click enter, you can see that it's going to give us this content which is going to be dynamic. So first one is like life is constructed and something. If I hit enter again, that's going to give me another codes. Okay, so based on this we can implement the same. And for the weather, it's going to be very simple. So this one I found it from some random Pinterest or maybe like Quora.com, I believe. So when we click on the send, it will throw us error because it needs the longitude and the latitude. So I'm going to pass it here as a params. This is my longitude and the latitude, but based on the user we are going to pass it dynamically. And then if I click on enter, you can see like we are getting the temperature that is 27.22, something like that. Okay, so let's see how to implement that. So first of all, we'll load our extension that is already done. So if I click on new tab, you can see like our dynamic wallpaper, our background is coming up, and here we have the codes and the weather. We are going to change this now. So let's get the JavaScript file first. So first one will be weather.js, and here I'm going to use the navigator. Okay, so navigator dot get location dot get current position, and that's going to return me a callback with current position, and then it's going to give me error. So if there is any some permission kind of error, it will throw us. Okay, and based on this position we are going to get the latitude and the longitude. Okay, so that's going to be very simple. So I can say like const latitude equal to position dot coordinates dot latitude. Okay, and similarly we are going to get the longitude as well. So here it should not be this one. Yeah, so I can copy paste, and here I can change like longitude, and this is going to be longitude. Okay, that's it. Now based on this data we are going to use the fetch as we saw in our previous example as well. So I'm going to grab this URL, and I'm going to use the backticks so that I can easily replace this guy with whatever the latitude we are going to get, and longitude basically the sky, this variable basically, right? Okay, that's it. We are mostly done. So then we will receive the promises that's going to return me the weather, and I'm going to transform into JSON. So weather dot JSON, and then with the result, like we'll get the result here. First of all we'll print it and we'll check that. Okay, so yeah, now we have to load this file in our JS file, right? So let's go to the index.html, and within the script tag I'm going to copy paste the line, and here I'm going to change it to weather. We are not getting because we have to move this file within the services. Now I can give the control space, and that should bring us this here, right? Now let's go to our extension, and I'm going to refresh the page, and let's go to our console. And here you can see that we are getting the object from this weather.js. If I open that, you can see like we are getting the coordinates, and this is 139 and 35. And if I go to the main and then followed by temperature, you can see like we are getting 28. Let's check that. So I'm going to Google, and I'm going to say like weather, and which is like 27, which is approximately same. So I think yeah, pretty good. Okay, and moreover we have to add the permissions because we just refresh the page. If I go back and refresh, and then if I try to open, I think there should be some error, or because we haven't set the permission. Okay, we are not getting any error, but it is a best practice to set the permission as well. So you can go to the manifest.json, and here I'm going to set the permission as geolocation. Okay, now let's go and refresh to check. Yeah, that's correct. Now let's go, and as we saw earlier, we have to append the value here, right? So instead of weather, it should be the actual weather here, right? So let's go and do that. So I'm going to add a ID here, and it's going to be weather, and I'm going to copy that, and let's go to our file, and here I'm going to say once we got the result, then I'm going to say like document dot query selector, and here I have to pass my ID and then followed by the p tag. Okay, so we have to from this ID we have to append within this p tag. Okay, and okay, here I have missed one, that's the reason it's giving us extra space. Okay, cool. Now let's go back, and here what we are going to do is we are going to change the text content, right? So let me store that here, like this is going to be my uh, element, and here I can select element dot text content, and from that let's go to our console. So here you can see like we got the object from the, okay, this one is different, so we have to make it like this. Let's go and refresh this again, and if I go back to my console, that's a debugger, I'm going to pause it. Let's go to the console, and here you can see like we got the coordinates, and then so this is my enter result. From the result I have to go to the main, and from the main I have to go to the temperature, right? So let's go and do that. So here I'm going to say like result dot main dot temperature. Okay, and additional to that I'm going to also add that like if you go and search for the weather in Google, you can see like it's giving like this one like Celsius, right? So I'm going to add that as well here. Yeah, that's it, we are pretty much done. Now let's go back, and I can open a new tab, or I can just refresh this page, and here you can see like we are getting this 27.19, which is correct, I think, actually, right? So once we added the permissions, it's giving me the exact correct location, right? So that's it, we are pretty much done. Of course you can decorate it based on some CSS styling, but I will leave that for now. Okay, now let's go and check for the codes. That's going to be very similar as we discussed in our name.js. So I'm just going to copy this entire thing, and I'm going to create a new service as codes.js, and I'm going to paste it. I'm going to remove all the unnecessary thing. So everything is unnecessary, we want only this one. Once the document is ready, then I'm going to fetch the ID of this with the right. So let's go, I mean the codes. So here also I'm going to repeat the same. Here I'm going to add the quotes, and Q should be small. It can be uppercase, but just in case to follow some cases, I'm doing that. Okay, so here also I'm going to do the same. So document.query selector, and here I have to pass my ID, then the p tag, and here I'm going to set my text content equal to something. Okay, that something we will fetch it from the API. And here also we are not able to see anything. That's strange because we didn't add it actually. Okay, my bad. So let's go to the script tag, and here same thing, we are going to copy paste the same, and here I'm going to change it like quotes.js. Now let's go and refresh. Of course I'm able to see this. Okay, now let's use our fetch API. So here I'm going to say fetch, and then followed by, let's go to the postman and copy this guy, and here this guy is going to return me the what we call that, it's going to return me the result, and then we are going to make use of JSON, and from there we'll get the codes, and once we got the codes we can just append it. Now the codes will be within this content, right? So it should be like q.content. Let's go and do that. So q.content, yeah, that's it, pretty much fine, I think. Let's go and refresh, and nothing is coming again. Okay, here it's coming actually. Okay, I think I have done something. This should be quotes, not weather, so that's my bad. Let's go and refresh again. Yeah, so here you can see like we are getting this one as a quotes and this one as a temperature. The temperature looks like we are getting not the accurate one often, but mostly accurate. Okay, the thing is that we are using a free API, so we cannot expect much. But if you have some other web like with their API, you can probably use it, where it will have some quotes, I mean quota, that is like based on the usage you have to pay. But for the free, I think this is pretty much good. Just for learning, if you are going to release this as a product, then probably you should buy some API key as well, so that you can make use of it. Okay, so in this video we learned how to use the quotes API to fetch it and attach to the DOM. Similarly, we have done for this weather with the help of geolocation. Okay, so the code is very simple, so I don't think I have to repeat it again. It's very simple. Only thing, always remember, you have to add the geolocation permission. Okay, that's a best practice, even though the Chrome extension works, but I think you should add it. Okay, so that's it for this video. In the next video, we will learn the final step, how to add the to do and how to delete the to do. Okay, so let's see in the next one.